left my job or either of these jobs or change anything, that I would be completely destitute, that I would lose all of the support that I would have in my life. I would lose all my money. I would lose my lifestyle. I would lose my identity. I would lose myself. And that is really, really uncomfortable. Now, obviously, none of that was true, wasn't. And we certainly know that it isn't true, because obviously I have not lost myself in my identity and everything. I have not fallen into destitution like I was afraid that I would. And that was just simply the fear of the unknown. Now, am I saying it's been easy? No, absolutely not. And does getting into the discomfort require some work? For sure, absolutely it does. It's called discomfort for a reason, and it's called the work for a reason. But avoiding it for so many years allowed me, I basically made the choice to make excuses to myself about why it was important that I stay in a situation that was not making me happy. It was making me, in fact, incredibly unhappy, and was hurting me. Right? I was making harmful decisions for my health, for my mental state. It was not a healthy place. But I was doing everything I could to stay there because of that fear of the unknown. So to get the change, I finally did make the change. I finally did take the leap. I just had enough and finally did stand up for myself and make the change that I needed to. Now, it was difficult for a long time, and it certainly is up and down. And look, life gets difficult all the time, but it's been amazing. It's the most incredible decision that I ever made to leave these jobs and to change my direction and to focus on something that I am really passionate about and really driving forward to, because it's changed my entire life. Right? Even on just a selfish personal level, I feel happier. I feel better during my days. And I don't even recognize the past Owen who lived every day in stress and nightmare and constant panic and fear. I don't even recognize him anymore because it doesn't make any sense to me any longer. So that's what you're feeling like right now. I mean, look, all it took, and I say all it took was leaning into the discomfort, being willing to take that jump and being okay with the fact that, yeah, it was going to be awesome. And yeah, some of it wasn't going to be, but I was going to do it because ultimately I had my goal. I had my real purpose. All right. So if you want to make a change, if you've got a dream that you're like, oh, this sounds great, but it feels like it's distant and it's way out there, or you've got a goal that you want to accomplish and you say you're going to do it, but even in your heart of hearts, you just don't believe that it's possible, or maybe even that you don't even deserve it. I get it. I understand. And then here is basically my process, and you can use as well, on how to get through this, how to really get comfortable with the discomfort so that you can get the changes and achieve the goals and dreams that you want, which is what we're all here to do, right? So first things first, you may not even be very clear about what it is that you're uncomfortable about around something, or even if you just might feel something in the pit of your stomach, but get really clear about what it is that's making you feel uncomfortable. If there's a change coming, I mean, obviously now is a perfect time to do this exercise because discomfort is thrust upon us. Before COVID-19, there were many options that we all have, especially in our American society, to avoid some of these realities and avoid getting into this discomfort and avoid changing. Well, we can't do that anymore. We can't really avoid it any longer. And a lot of the things that have come with the shutdown and all of this are going to stick around, as we've already seen. So this is a great time to do this. If something's making you feel uncomfortable, particularly about moving forward with a goal or a dream that you've got, really pinpoint what it is that's making you feel uncomfortable. What is it about that? Is it simply that you just don't know what's on the other side? That is valid. That's totally valid. It's incredibly uncomfortable. Is it that like you are worried about what other people will think of you if you make this particular change? Also totally valid. It's also totally valid. Note that if whatever the reason is, understanding what it is that's making you uncomfortable and why it's making you uncomfortable is going to help you to figure out what it is that's going to, how to get past it, right? So like, again, my example with, my jobs, I was very uncomfortable with the idea that I might lose everything, that I might absolutely lose everything. And once I understood that, then I was able to really address that, say, okay, if I'm going to make this big choice, I know how to do what I need to do to make sure I'm looked after, right? Then it takes all the mystery out of it. So get clear on what's making you uncomfortable. Get really, really, really specific about that so that you can understand it and understand yourself and make a plan to move forward. All right. The next step is get really clear on your why. What is the why? Your why about why you want to make a change in the first place. Being uncomfortable is, I mean, it can be painful. It's not pleasant. Like, no one's like, ooh, I want to get up in the morning and go get uncomfortable, right? But you do if you know what you get on the other end of it. You will get excited about getting uncomfortable if you have if you are going to get something out of it. And that's where your why comes in. Why are you going in to do something uncomfortable? Why are you pushing on this particular goal? What are you going to get? Why do you have this dream? Why do you want to accomplish this dream? What will that mean for you and for the people in your life and what have you? Why are you doing this? That why is what's going to keep you going when the storm is really heavy and the rain is coming down and you're in the middle of the discomfort and you're wondering why the hell you did this in the first place. The why is what's going to keep you moving forward. So figure out what it is that you want on the other end of this storm and be really clear on that and keep focused on that while you go through it. And then the third piece is to just get in action, to go through it. Once you're clear about what is your discomfort, but why you want to get past it, then dive head first. Dive right into the storm and go get it done. There's no other way to do it. Okay? So 3 steps. Get really clear about it. Clear what's making you uncomfortable, why you want to get past it, and then go get into action. Go into it. And know that you're not alone. This is what we're all doing. It's what I'm doing. I'm doing it here on this video as we speak right now. So work on it. Let me know how it goes, okay? And if you don't have a big goal or big dream, or it's like, well, this all sounds well and good, I'd like to change, but I don't really know where to head, then head on over to owenjward.com right now. And I got some goodies for you that might help you get in touch with your passion and get set on a path forward. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. As always, I really appreciate it. Tomorrow, I got a very, very, very special guest that you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be a very cool special session. So thank you again for joining today. I hope you are staying safe and healthy, and I will talk to you with special guest tomorrow.